The stories you've heard are true. Susan Wojcicki is out as CEO of YouTube, and the new CEO is going to drive this place into the ground. Say goodbye to YouTube as you know it. Or at least that's what some people would have you believe. Is it actually true? Is that too reactionary? Well, let's look at the story. Yesterday, Susan tweeted out, after 25 years at Google, I'm out. She had a longer blog post, which goes into her background. If you didn't know, she was the 16th employee at Google. Google was actually made at her childhood garage because her sister was dating Sergey Brin, one of the founders of Google. Crazy. She's been CEO of YouTube for 9 years, but you might only know her for a couple things. One, maybe an interview that I did with her. I mean, shit, you're watching me now, so you might have watched this video as well. If you have watched both videos, subscribe. Come on, 2 videos? I mean, we got something going on here, me and you. Second thing, removing dislikes. But let's be real. What does a CEO of a company that big actually do? I think 3 things if you had to boil it down. 1, you set the course of the ship. What are we doing this year? Are we working on ads? Are we working on shorts? You set the direction that everybody who works at that company has to follow. 2, you hire the people who work on the ship, right? You're not the one who's going to be making the product for the shorts. So you got to hire someone who's really good at doing it and stealing what TikTok does. And then 3, you're the public face of the company. So when it inevitably all goes to shit, the blame has to go to someone, and that is usually the CEO. And let's be real, a lot of shit was given to Susan for a lot of the bad products that were given to us by YouTube. Dislikes, NFTs. Now, there are some conspiracy theories as to why Susan's leaving YouTube. Why are you out after 25 years? Mainly from right-wing Twitter. But the way it goes is basically, well, the House of Representatives subpoenaed Susan and some other tech leaders 2 days ago, and then she left yesterday. So maybe it's a reaction to that. Now, I love a good conspiracy theory. I really do. Moon's made of cheese. I'm in all that shit. Aliens have come to Earth. Hell yeah, they're in Cumtown, Alaska. But I don't really bite on this one. Because, like, what's the logic? She stepped down because she's the fall guy? Like YouTube forced her out? I don't really know. Seems a bit too early days for that. The court case hasn't even started. The subpoena hasn't even gone through. Or maybe 2, she's trying to cover her own ass, but she's still subpoenaed. It's not like if you step down, they're like, you know what? We're canceling the subpoena. She doesn't work there anymore. She worked there during that time, so it wouldn't change anything. So I don't really get it. But there is a much better video about the entire court case by Legal Eagle if you want to check it out. Don't really need to get into it in this video because it's honestly a bit of a side point, but super worth watching because it is very interesting and will impact the internet. Actually, this title's not that much of a clickbait. What's my theory for why Susan steps down? Well, you might be able to read that tab right there. She's 54 years old, she has kids, and she's fucking rich, dude. She's got $1 billion. She's worked 25 years. She's done her time. I think she just wants to chill. I think she wants to hang out with her family. When you die, does 28 years at Google really add up much more than 25 years? Or does hanging out with your kids more and then sipping on Mai Tais at a beach add more fulfillment? I would go with the latter personally. That's my theory, but we'll find out in due time. Now, we are here to answer the question, is the new CEO going to drive this place into the ground? Because that's what a lot of people would have you believe. And if you don't know who the new CEO is, it's Neil Mohan. And if you don't know, Neil is a 7-year chief product officer at YouTube and like 15-year-long employee at Google and YouTube. All right, so he's been around for a while. I've actually spoken to Neil before, and seemed like he knew what live streaming was a little bit. You know, he helped me make that one product for the chess boxing event where we used different audios like Spanish and French during the broadcast, and you could switch it from the live stream. So that was tight. But a lot of people are giving Neil criticism for good reason, because he made a blog post in February of 2022 that said Web3 opens up new opportunities for creators. We believe new technologies like blockchain and NFTs can allow creators to build deeper relationships with their fans. Which, saying NFT in a space mainly with gamers and content creators is kind of like saying, I love this new Kanye beat at a synagogue. Not really the right crowd, not really the right place, and definitely not the right time. Now, he was maybe doing all the NFT things because he was a huge crypto bro. My theory? Well, one, you're in Silicon Valley, right? You're in the whole tech bubble. You're wearing your Patagonia. You're sipping on Blue Bottle coffee, and you're thinking NFTs are the future. That's maybe a little too insular as opposed to the rest of us who are like, oh, every time this is being done, it's a scam. But also, here's my theory for why YouTube did NFTs. In 2021, a lot of YouTube videos were being sold as NFTs successfully because creators who make one viral video but don't have a long-term content creator career don't really earn a lot off of that success, off that 100 million, 500 million view video. But if you could own and sell it, well, then maybe that helps you in your life. AKA, I'm talking about how Charlie bit my finger, Nyan Cat, all these videos were being sold as NFTs. And so maybe YouTube just wanted to own that. I think if you look at most of the products YouTube has made over the past 5-10 years, they're usually either stealing from another company, like stories or shorts or live streams, or it's like defensive products because somebody else, a third party, is making money off of YouTube, and YouTube is like, well, wait, hey, if you're doing that, why don't we just own it and make money and have it be embedded? It's like, I feel like generally the main core strategy to stay the top dog. So that's my theory why NFTs were added. I'm hoping that he doesn't keep going down the NFT train, but maybe he will. The facts are, it's early days, bro. We are talking about day dot in the tenure, in the reign of Neil as CEO of YouTube. He was chief product officer for 7 years. And look, I get it. He does deserve criticism for this shit idea. And if he keeps going down it, that would suck. But you aren't only your worst idea. I think he also did some other things that people would recognize and be like, oh, okay, that's not so bad. And I think he wanted to let people know that because a few months after that blog post, which got a lot of shit, he posted another blog post that was like, here's 7 things I did that were actually kind of good, guys. Come on. And this is Neil looking cool, crossing his arms. Fan funding. Okay, this is adding super chats and memberships. Biting Twitch's shit, but I respect it. Next thing, shorts. Okay, that's been a huge innovation. Kind of biting TikTok's shit, but I respect it. Third is premieres. Fourth is YouTube TV. Probably the single best innovation that YouTube's had. All right, maybe a hot take. But YouTube TV being so popular, so prevalent, has blown up creators even more than they already were blown up, like Mr. Beast, and also created a lot of new categories and made them way more popular because it's more fun to watch like a walkthrough of traveling videos on YouTube TV than it is on your phone or desktop. A lot of 4K creators popped off because of this too. Anyway, that's all to say that I am not as nervous as other people. The answer to the question, is YouTube going to go to shit now, is a pretty easy one. You have to ask yourself, do you think YouTube was on the right course over the past 5 to 10 years? And if the answer is no, well then this is going to be more of the same. It's going to be more no. If you think everything that they've done is shit over the past 5-10 years and YouTube was better off 10 years ago without Susan, without Neil, well then they're going to keep doing that. I think Neil's more of the same. He worked very closely with Susan, was right under Susan. If you think they're doing good over the past 5, 10 years, well, I think they're going to keep doing good. So it's not up to me to answer the question, is it going to go to shit? It's up to you to answer whether you think they were on the right track, because I think they're going to stay on the same track. I don't think there's going to be a huge change to what was happening. But I'm also going to find out. So let me know. If you could ask a question to Neil, CEO of YouTube, what would you ask? Because weirdly enough, I had the chance to interview the CEO of YouTube once, and I somehow got it again. Because I just tweeted out at Neil, I said, hey, want to chat sometime? And I'm not even shitting you. It was the first thing he tweeted after being announced as CEO. He said, let's do it. So I'll talk to Neil. I got to ask him about NFTs to see if he likes it. I got to ask him to buy my Goose Ass NFT because Susan's out and somebody's got to pick up the scraps. I'm owed money, Neil, and I'm coming for it. I've seen the compensation package. It seems pretty decent for CEOs based off how much Susan's made. And then 3, what's up with that whole dislikes thing? Now, I do think Charlie had a really good idea. I mean, come on, Charlie always has good ideas. It would be a knockout home run win for Neil if he instantly added dislikes back after coming on board. But I doubt he'll do it. Only because internally it'd be very confusing to be so gung-ho and stand your ground on a product and then switch up, especially considering he's the chief product officer when dislikes were added, so he probably had a hand in that. But much like Susan did not veto NFTs, I don't think that Neil's going to come on and instantly start adding NFTs to every single video and all of them are fungible or non-fungible. I don't know how it works. Anyway, let me know what you think. Was YouTube on the right path? What question should I ask Neil? Thanks for watching. Subscribe. See you later. All right, goodbye. Goodbye. Oh, shocker. Ludwig had a lukewarm take where it's kind of a nothing burger because the CEOs don't really do much. I mean, look at megalomaniac CEO Elon Musk, but we're still on Twitter. Look at megalomaniac CEO Mark Zuckerberg. Well, that one didn't go so well. As long as you're not as Mark, you're doing all right. Nobody even knows who Emmett Shear is. I'm on a long-winded trail. I have to go get a haircut. See you later.